Hi folks, Job Comics here. We're looking at a classic Bronze Age Marvel comic. It's the Defenders issue 10 from 1973, and we are smack bang in the middle of one of the most epic crossovers I've ever seen. It's the Avengers versus the Defenders. They're all looking for a MacGuffin that carried the story forward, and it was just the most phenomenal story. It was a really early example of a crossover book. Before crossover books became the norm, and these kind of events became for modern comic book companies, they do it all the time now. But back in the day, this was really, really unusual to see. The Defenders and the Avengers, and they're fighting each other. This book doesn't want to stay open. Stay open, you doit bag. So we can see the credits. There we go. Steve Englehart and Sal Buscema doing the heavy lifting here. This is chapter 9 of this epic crossover, and it's the amazing Hulk versus Thor. It's the battle we've been waiting for. This was this story ran through, so you would, the Avengers and the Defenders comics, so you would have to read the Avengers, then you would have to read the Defenders. Yeah, it was sheer genius marketing at the time, back in 73. There's the MacGuffin that drives the story. It's the evil eye. They're trying to get parts of the evil eye, put it all together. They have this huge weapon, but of course it leads to terrible conflict. And you thought Civil War was the big one. What the? But no, foam. This is Hulk and Thor going toe to toe. Go get him. And no wonder they're so excited, because wow, this is the battle of the battle of the century, isn't it? Thunder God versus green-skinned Hulk. It was just amazing. Imagine being in 1973, imagine being a fan of these characters, and then imagine picking this issue up and seeing this unfolding before your very eyes. Yeah, it's what we would call event comics. Now, unfortunately, because of this epic battle in this crossover, this issue has become quite scarce and expensive. But no wonder. I mean, look at Sal Buscema's artwork. It just never looked better. He was obviously having the time of his life when he was doing this with Englehart's script, and no wonder. Look at that. So it's unfortunately a little bit expensive, but what I will tell you is I feel that, good lord, who's going to give? It's a buyer's market. I think comic book prices are down across the board. Here's the Avengers. Look, Doctor Strange, what does he say? Yes, united at last to override the lies that set us at each other's throats and ready to face the common foe. Never a truer word has been said. Then you get chapter 10 of this, right in the middle page. What is that? And it's chapter 10 of this, where they all get together and they realise that they've all been duped. They've all been set against each other to try and find this evil eye thing that's been driving the plot forward. There's the Avengers. And this is all leading up to a huge confrontation with the ultimate foe. Now, let me tell you, you don't see many phenomenal full-page panels in the Defenders, but this is one of them, isn't it? Look at these guys, they're all just shooting a breeze. I wonder what the Silver Surfer says for small talk. I bet he just goes on about Shalabal all the time. I get the impression here that who is that Swordsman and Submariner are just chatting up Valkyrie? And Hawkeye and Iron Man? Isn't that great? Oh my gosh, he just doesn't look any better. I just love this comic. So, if I was you, go on eBay or wherever you buy comics from, so you can get a cheap copy of this just now. Because, let me tell you something, later on, when the comic market bounces back and prices start going back up again, this is going to be another, good lord, this is going to be another one of those books that people are always going to want to collect. They're always going to want to have it. It's not super expensive. It's very affordable. And just now, it's probably really, really cheap. If I was you, I'd go and grab one, put it in a bag, put it on a board, put it in a box, leave it there for 40 years. Your kids will find it in the future, and then they'll be able to buy and sell it, and, you know, I don't know, maybe make a shrine in your honour. Anyway, isn't that a phenomenal book? I just love it. If you see it, grab it. Defenders number 10. Thanks for watching this. If you enjoyed it, why don't you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.